right now that we are expecting to see about 250,000 people lose their job within the next 6 months. And here's a big one, we are expecting about 2 to 3 million people will change their job within the next 6 months. But while all this stuff is happening, there is one warning I want to give you. There are fake job listings everywhere. And these fake job listings are causing a lot of people problems because they quit their job because they want to go and get this other one that they see plenty of listings for. However, that job isn't there. So I want to break down what's going on, why many people are starting to panic because of all these fake jobs, or what many people in the industry call ghost jobs. So again, I'm going to break all this down in just a moment, but here's one thing I want to ask you. Do me a favor, go ahead, hit that like button if you have either switched your job in the past year or you've considered changing your job. Go ahead, hit that like button, and let's begin. So this is turning into a major issue. More and more companies are accepting the fact that, yes, they are part of the problem, that they have ghost jobs that are listed and they may not even realize it. Now I want to explain why some companies are, well, part of the problem. Just listen to this. I was reading an article just the other day and it said, why do companies post fake jobs? Well, there had a long list of reasons why. Some of which were valid. Well, only one was really valid. The rest, just a bunch of, well, they're putting you into harm's way. Because again, if you quit your job to go after another one, but yet that job isn't even available, that job isn't there anymore, well, what do you do then? Here's what somebody told me. They said, some of our jobs aren't fake. But what happened was those jobs got filled and the person in charge of hiring forgot to pull the listing. That's what one person told me. The other one said that the reason why they have these somewhat, fake jobs, fake listings, is because they're trying to maintain a pool of possible applicants for the future. And so what they do is they post this listing for a job that they do not actually have today, but they know in the future they're going to have this. They're going to have a new department, and these are some of the jobs that they're going to try to fill. So what do? They try to pre-plan and make sure they have the future applicants ready. They can give them a call and tell, hey, I need you. Are you still available? Still interested? If you are, let's go. Okay. Another one. And this is what I think is interesting. Have you ever seen where, let's say, a new company in your city shows up and there's job applications, now hiring, all this stuff, right? Makes the company seem bigger, more successful. Well, if your company's bigger and more successful, chances are more people would want to work there. This is where you get some people leave the previous position and go and apply with your company. Again, it just makes you appear bigger, more successful. So it helps with growth. Here's another one. I thought this one was interesting. They are tricking people, tricking their own employees to work harder. But think about that. So let's say you are somebody in the fast food industry, actually a restaurant worker, because this is where we see it all the time. You are a restaurant worker, whether it's in the fast food industry or not. Okay, let's say you're a server, and you're doing pretty well. However, you could potentially do better. Well, the employer might decide we're going to put up this job listing, try to get new applicants in, and we're going to let them know it's for this position. It's for a server. It's for a waitress. Okay, it's for a dishwasher. If you're the dishwasher and you see dishwasher hiring new dishwashers, I'd be a little concerned that my job might not be safe. That's what the employer wants. They want you to feel that there's more pressure on you to do a better job, to be there earlier or on time. Don't leave early. Don't call out sick. wash more dishes, do a better job. Don't ask for a raise, because if you do, there's a chance we're going to get the next person. That happens all the time. Okay, here's another one. This is, and it's crazy to think this, but this happens, where companies will put out these fake positions that they're hiring hundreds of people, and they make it well known. The only reason why they do this is to try to create some conflict between the person they're looking for and their current company. They're just trying to create tensions and issues. They're not actually hiring anybody. And so then when you see, as an employee of X, Y, and Z company, you see, well, this new company is offering these benefits and doing this and that. Well, they may not even be an actual company, but yet it's fake. The reason why, again, to create tensions between you and your employer, so that hopefully you leave, that employer then struggles. If a bunch of people leave that employer to go to this new fake company, or they see, oh, this company has all these different benefits and you aren't providing us with this, people could leave or demand that that employer now pays more, offers additional benefits. And guess what? That hurts their bottom line. So the other company could look a little bit more enticing, especially to like an investor. But I want to play you something. Now, this video, it's from CBS News. What's interesting about this is from a year ago. But I want to play this for you. Just listen to this.
Why would a company post a job that doesn't really exist? You found there are a number of reasons.
There are so many, and sometimes it is this sort of inadvertent duplication, or somebody called it the intensity of recruiting. Sometimes it's a little more deliberate. There was a survey from Clarify Capital late last year that asked hiring managers why they had job openings, open for 30, 60, 90 days. And some of them said reasons like, well, we're always interested in maybe meeting people. And some of them...
Keep in mind, those numbers right there, those numbers are from January and February of 2023, not 2024. All right? Let's keep listening.
I think about a third of them said it's to placate overworked employees who are asking for more hires.
Wow.
And then when you're talking about a large company, there can often be this sort of communication breakdown. For instance, they may have listed a bunch of jobs and then plans changed, the budgets got cut, and then that doesn't actually trickle down to the person in charge of the job opening, so that listing just stays up and doesn't get filled.
And one thing that she actually says in this video, not what I played you, but minutes before, she said that a job, especially with remote work, this is where things really got out of hand. And this is why we saw, like, the jobs report showed there was like 11 million open positions. There weren't 11 million open positions. What there were millions of open positions, but many of those were listed in multiple cities. Like, and this is where we see it all the time. I used to do this too, where I was trying to find somebody I was outsourcing work, and I was looking in not every single city, and I'd post this on Craigslist. This was when Craigslist was much bigger, but I'd post different listings on Craigslist, and I'd post in Boston and Chicago, New York, Miami, Seattle, Portland, LA, San Francisco, Dallas. I'd post the same job opportunity in 8 to 10 different locations. But yet when I filled it, there was a chance I may not have pulled every single listing down. In most cases I did, but in some cases, what if that didn't happen? I was a small company. But what about those large companies that they post hundreds or thousands of positions all over? And they're not just using Craigslist. They're looking at all these different hiring sites. Well, that's part of the reason why we see all these ghost jobs or these fake job listings. It's because they don't realize there's still so many jobs out there that they have already filled, but they haven't pulled those positions. They haven't pulled those listings. And so again, I bring this to your attention because as of right now, again, we're expecting at least 250,000 people to lose their job over the next 6 months. We're expecting 2 to 3 million people over the next 6 months are going to change their job. All this stuff's going to happen, but what if there's not a job out there to go to? That's the worry. So as we see more layoffs, as we see more changes within our economy, just understand that the job market might not be as hot, might not be popping like everyone says it is. So just keep that in mind if you are looking. So I will leave you with that. But again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.